Hello everybody, today I'll be checking out Starving Jahra and how to build her. As always, let's start with the gear. So we have the 3-1 split here, which is a little different than the 1-3 split we used on most of the heroes. So this is where you want her to be slow. That means she is not the main homeowner. She is there to be going last in your team, or maybe 5th, 4th, whichever you can. Because the more people go before her, the more energy she will have, and also the stacks she can make out of stacks by going last with her passive. So this is what you use if you want her to be slow while still having some HP. Other than that, we have the full resonance gear. This is when you are probably using her as a main homeowner, or if you don't really care that much about lowering her speed. And we also have the 2-2 split here. This is useful in some situations, for example in Void Vortex against Russell Waves. You know she is kinda squishy, so she will most likely get dazzled by Russell, unless you have like two very low HP heroes in your team. So you can kinda counter Russell Waves with this build by making her tankier than other heroes, like at least two heroes. And then we have the stones. So as always, crit stone is the highest damage output stone you can have, unless your crit damage is capped. So you can use this in Broken Space, Void Vortex, Realms Gate, PvP, and Tower. Of course, Broken Space, like, she's not gonna be the main damage dealer there. But you know, every damage can help, like, if you don't make it with enough tickets. And then for the Void Vortex, you can use this stone up to Dominator. But for Dominator, you don't really want this stone. You would rather want something with speed. And it is kind of the same with Ramsgate 120 plus. Since you don't need any speed at all for 120, you can just go with Crit Stone. But after 121, you want speed, because the enemies can actually outspeed you now. And then we have the PvP, of course. PvP kind of depends on if your Jahra is a homeowner, you don't want Crit Stone probably. If she's not, you can try your luck, like going last and hope for the best, to not get CC, to not die, and maybe get a hit in with Crit Stone. And then we have the tower, again, the same stuff. If you don't need speed, this is the stone for you. And then we have the speed attack stone at right here. I will talk about that first. That is the main speed attack stone where you use, like, basically everywhere. Void Vortex Dominator, you want this stone. You can also use this in like Vanquisher or something if she is gonna be your main damage dealer, because not everyone is gonna have SFX or Aspen. So you can just make her fast and then CC enemies with the Scepter, and then you can just clear anything, to be honest. Like even if it takes many rounds, you'll eventually clear it. After that we have the Realms Gate. Again, this is for 120 plus, or if she is your main homeowners, like one of the main homeowners, you can use it. Void Campaign, of course, you need a lot of speed there. PvP, actually I need to say something else for Void Campaign. The enemies can purify your CC at the end of the round. So that is why you want your Aspen and Jahra to be fast. That is why we are using Speedstone on them. And then for PvP, again, same thing. Tower, Seal Land. For Seal Land, you can use this stone unless like you are outspeeding the enemies with Crit Stone. That would also work. You can also use something like attack maybe, like, or holy damage attack. But it is not really useful. I don't think it's gonna help you much. So I would just use speed attack for that. And then we have the speed HP stone and HP stones here. Now again, this is for countering Russell waves in Void Vortex. No other use, I believe, like you would never want to run these stones otherwise. But if this much HP can change the Russell Dazzle focus, it can save you some gems. Or maybe enable you to actually fight the planet at all. Next up we have the artifacts. Now of course she is very limited by artifacts. So Augustus Magic Ball AMB, you use it in Seal Land. You can clear Seal Land 25 pretty easily. with a homeowner Jahra. I don't really remember the attack right now, but I did clear like that. So AMB is the best for Sealand. And then we have the Void campaign here with Melodic Strings. And also Punisher. So why would you want to run Melodic Strings or Punisher? Well, in some ways, like 3 Sherlock, 3 Holmes Young, where you cannot CC Sherlocks, and then Holmes Young still hits you through the CC, right? So in that case, you need to burst these planets down. I mean, not planets. You need to burst the enemies down in these waves. So what you want to do is either use a Melodic Strings, which can still CC something, like the first round. Your Jahra might still be able to do some CC while doing some damage. And for the Punisher, this is where you, of course, use her very fast. So by going first with Punisher, she will attack the first spot, I believe, like at least in those waves when I did. So she would hit the Sherlock in first spot, and then she will steal Sherlock's attack. So the second round active hits very hard with Punisher, and that might help you clear the wave. Like that is how I cleared it before. And it is very useful to use Punisher in that situation. You just steal out of attack and just kill a Sherlock, and then the rest is pretty easy. And then, of course, the other artifact, Receptor. This is where like you can use it everywhere, basically. This is her main artifact. Of course, it doesn't work itself, like it doesn't work by itself. You want some demon bells to support her, and then just Receptor on her does every mode available for you most of the time. And here are the enables. So of course we have the offensive enables if she is your main homeowner, or if you are just missing a little bit of damage to clear a wave, you can use this. 22422. And then we have the tank enables. Again, you can use this for Russell waves, or if you just want her to survive, trying to survive a few rounds in the early rounds, especially for Void campaign or Dominator maybe. Actually, not Dominator, you want speed there probably. So yeah, for the Void campaign mostly, if you don't need speed, you can run your tanky like this and hope to survive just enough so you can CC chain them. This is 1-1 for round 2. And then we have the speed enables. Again, you just use this anywhere you need speed. 3-2-4-3-2. You can of course change the second enable to a crit damage reduction if you want. That is up to you. And also the purify is always like, you can always change it for whatever you need. Sometimes you are facing multiple carries. You can use Mark Purify. Even though she just gets a lot of energy from like basically everything, so I don't think that will work very good on her. Because whenever a round starts, she will just get backed by carry active anyway. And then we have the imprints. Again, if she is just a support, you want her to be just stay alive, like. So you just want damage reduction, controlment, and block. And then if she's a main homeowner, you can go pretty offensive, crit damage, holy damage. You can always drop holy damage for some damage reduction, or maybe drop crit as well, like for a precision or holy damage, depending on what you need for that wave. Like if dropping the crit chance enables you to one shot a hero or something, that might help you clear the wave, so you can always try. And then here is the Tree of Origin. So her active upgrades are insane. And then her second active, not second, second active? Maybe that's a thing that will happen sometimes. So this second passive here, the crying guy or something, this is very good because it enables her to get multiple stacks like faster, and also the stacks are better, which gives her control immunity offset and control precision, I think. So yeah, this passive is very good and upgrades as well here. Only one bad upgrade really. And all of the active upgrades are insane. The rest, not really. Like this part here is only increasing damage, nothing else. Her basic upgrade increase the steal, like doesn't increase the attack steal percentage. So it is not really useful. It's only increasing the basic hit damage. which is like if you are using a basic with Jahra, you already probably lost the fight. So yeah, it is pretty bad. And then the upgrades here are also like not really useful. You never want her to use a basic attack, so. And here is how I recommend you to upgrade your Jahra. So of course just max the active skill here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you just want the passive, second passive here. You want to upgrade it to max. And that is basically it. You don't want to do the rest. You just go to the 8 here and you are done with this. Just 2 skills and done. However, if you would still want to continue, I would recommend this upgrade first. It is like better than the basic at least. And then you go ahead and upgrade the basic attacks and then at last these ones. So yeah, that's all I got for Starving Jahra. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.